time for Titanfall. I love saying that. Oh, that's fantastic.
What is going on, pilots? True Vanguard coming at you with another Titanfall 2 gameplay video. Hey, in this video I'm going to be breaking down some of my tips that I can give you, some advice I can give you for keeping your Titan alive. So, I've seen a lot of people get frustrated. Even some of the friends that I play with, they get frustrated when they call in a Titan. At 30 seconds later, that thing is toast. I know Titanfall is supposed to be about calling in your Titan and, feeling really powerful. And sometimes it's frustrating when you feel like you're not getting that experience. So here's some of my advice that I would give you for keeping your Titan alive longer, going on longer kill streaks in those Titans, and enjoying yourself a little bit more when you are playing outside of the Pilot on Pilot playlist. So a lot of tips here. I'm just going to go right down the list. First tip that I would give you when you are being rodeoed, okay? When a pilot jumps on you, you see me, I'm shooting that guy not because I thought he was a bad guy. I was like, hey, you can actually jump on my back, let me carry you, but he wouldn't do it. Anyways, when you're being rodeoed, when a pilot jumps on you, there are things that you can do to basically to help prevent them from doing any damage to you or sort of making up for the damage that they do. So first thing I would tell you is, it blows me away how many people still sort of don't know this, but when you deploy your smoke, right, left on the D-pad if you're on console, if you're on PC, it's whatever you have it mapped to, but when you're being rodeoed, when you deploy your electric smoke, you have to stand in it. You can't just deploy it and keep dashing and running. You have to stand in that cloud of smoke for it to actually damage the pilot. And if you deploy that smoke and you stand in it in time, pretty close to when they start rodeoing you, then they'll kill them before they can do any damage to you. Before they have a chance to pull a battery out and suck some damage out of you, before they have the chance to do that, it'll kill them. But you have to stand in the smoke. Blows me away how many people still don't necessarily know that, or they know it and they still just kind of keep dashing around in and out of that cloud, and the pilot on them ends up being able to easily do some damage and get away scot-free. So first thing I would tell you, stay on the smoke. Second thing, when you are being rodeoed, if you don't have smoke countermeasures, maybe you don't pop it in time and you know they're going to get away with that battery. One of the things you can do is just move yourself out into the open. Move yourself out into the open, because when they pull that battery out, they're going to jump off of you and they're instantly going to dash for some cover, right? They're going to try and get some cover. Well, if you're standing a little bit more out into the open, that's more time you have to kill them before they can get to cover. So that way you can kill them, hop out of your Titan, grab that battery that they stole from you, bring it right back to your Titan, right? That's definitely a good way to handle being rodeoed, and it'll keep you alive longer. Also, when you do disembark from your Titan, I always put it in guard mode. Some people still don't know how to do that. Depends on what you're playing on. I play on console, so for me, I just push down on the D-pad. Down on the D-pad will set it into guard mode. So as I'm hopping out of my Titan, I just tap down that D-pad, and he won't go anywhere. Because that's really frustrating when you get out of your Titan just to pick up a battery, and then you turn around to hop right back in, and he's like a block away, like standing out in the open, getting wrecked by an enemy Titan. You're like, no, what are you doing? So make sure that you put it into guard mode. He'll stay right by you and try and give you some cover fire, and he won't be too aggressive. So if you rodeoed, guy pulls a battery out of you, you kill him, you get out, put it in guard mode, pick up the battery, hop right back in, and you're good to go. So that's some advice for being rodeoed. Next thing I would tell you is start to learn your Titan's strengths, whatever Titan you like to play. Maybe you like to play all of them, I don't know. But know the Titan's strengths. So some of them have really good ways of handling enemy pilots. Some of them have, like for example, you see me in this gameplay right here. I'm playing with an Ion, and Ion is just so good for taking out pilots with that laser cannon on your shoulder. It's just so slick. It's just an easy one-hit kill, pop, and it's done. Some other Titans don't necessarily have those great ways of sort of dismissing the rabble. You see that clip there, I just showed that just because I showed that if you have like if you've got a boost that's something that's a passive boost, like you activate it and you can walk away and it can get kills like a turret or tickers. Make sure you pop those before you get in your Titan. It's going to get you some extra kills. So anyways, some Titans have great ways of dismissing the rabble, taking care of pilots. Other ones necessarily don't. I know, like, I play North Star a lot too, and North Star doesn't have like a really easy, just quick little pop, other than your primary, your railgun. And a lot of times you're trying to focus on Titans instead of pilots. So get used to using the melee. The melee is actually a really great way of handling enemy pilots. Sort of bait them in, square up with them, and just pop that melee when they get close. Easy way to kill them. Also, along the lines of playing to the strengths of your Titan, some Titans were made for being up close, sort of on the front lines. Other Titans were not. So I tend to play Ion and North Star a lot. And what I don't do is I don't charge, right up into the fray with these things. They're more of like cat and mouse style Titans. And if I see a Legion up in my face, I don't stand and engage. I dip for cover. I use my dashes to get away quickly before they have the time, like a Legion, especially to ready their weapon and start putting some damage on you. I just bail. So some of these Titans were really not made for one-on-one combat with other big Titans. And that's okay. You play to the strengths of your Titans. So with Ion and North Star, I play a lot of cat and mouse. In fact, what I do with these Titans is, because of their playstyle, I actually spec accordingly. I don't use nuclear ejection on my Titans, since I play mainly North Star and Ion. I'm generally not right up next to other enemy Titans unless I'm going for a finishing blow of some kind. What I'll do instead is I'll spec for an extra dash. To me, extra dash beats nuclear ejection all day, every day. I would much prefer to have 2, or if I'm playing North Star, 3 dashes, because it's going to help me stay alive a lot longer and get to those distances where I can put effective damage on other enemy Titans from safety. So make sure you know your Titan and you're playing according to its strengths, and spec accordingly. Take the time in between matches, maybe even cancel that search for the next match, and take some time just to look at your Titan and kind of think about what the best strategic approach would be. You see here, this guy calls in a Legion right in front of me and I'm playing an Ion. So what I do is I just put that tripwire right next to him. I know I was close to a core, so I was able to actually take him out within, I think he was alive for 15 seconds maybe, and I'm in an Ion and I managed to take him out. So it's all about just knowing the strengths of your Titan and playing according to those strengths. Another thing I would tell you when it comes to keeping your streak alive is keep an eye on the core notifications. So you'll see on that right side of your screen of your HUD, it'll say so-and-so earned their core. Well, that's a good thing to know when you're going up against enemy pilots. You want to keep an eye out for enemy cores. And on top of that, when you see here in this gameplay, I'm a doomed Titan now. But doomed does not equal dead. Doomed does not equal dead. I've gone on some pretty hefty kill streaks in a doomed Titan. So you definitely just need to, don't freak out, don't panic. Sometimes if you see that health bar going down like super fast, you're out in the open, a Legion or a Tone is doing damage on you, or someone's using a core, yeah, you probably gotta bail. But if you can get to cover in time, there's no reason to eject from a doomed Titan if you don't have to. So you can definitely go on some nice kill streaks. You see, I'm gonna do exactly that. Sometimes I'll just take my I'll take my Titan sort of to the outskirts, especially in like an Ion or a North Star, and then I can go on nice kill streaks from the edge of the map, or get a few extra kills before disembarking, and that's a really good way of handling it. So doomed does not equal dead. Keep that in mind. Doomed does not equal dead. Another thing I would tell you is that a good way to practice your Titan gameplay is to go into the Titan elimination, Last Titan Standing playlist, where it's basically just everyone's got a Titan, and the last team with Titans on the battlefield wins the round. That's a really good place to sort of refine your Titan on Titan combat skills. I know that I got a lot better in my Titans by spending some time in that playlist. and that game mode really does help you be strategic about the way that you approach your engagements. Not only that, but it's really nice that it breaks down for you. It breaks down how much damage you've done overall, so it's really easy to gauge your overall effectiveness. And so you can see, oh man, sometimes it's misleading. You can do 90% of the damage to a Titan and not get the Titan kill, so it's going to say you have 0 Titan kills. Even though you did like 90% of the damage on a Titan, it's just not going to give you the credit for it if you didn't get the killing blow. So, which I think is kind of silly. But at least in the Titan elimination playlist, it'll show you, well, yeah, you only had 2 eliminations and this guy had 5, but you did 100,000 damage to enemy Titans. That is a crap ton of damage. So it's really nice to be able to sort of have more detail in breaking down your overall effectiveness in those playlists. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. Hopefully it didn't sound like I was just rambling, but that is a lot of information. Hopefully you enjoyed the gameplay as well. And hopefully you enjoyed Titanfall 2 as much as I do. I think it's a fantastic game and I'm having a butt ton of fun with it. So, alright, I look forward to catching you on the frontier.